The major challenge I believe young people are faced with is that of peer pressure. So I would not limit it to vaping, but they might be pressured to do other things that are not right as well. That is why, as a community, we need to come together to try to help our children do the right things. It can't be the school alone. There may be a question of supervision, but let's say there's supervision in place. A teacher cannot be in a classroom with secondary children every second, every day, it can't, it's not possible. The teacher would do patrols, but we know how children are. They're going to wait until the teacher turns his back or her back to decide, let me try this thing. And these are the kinds of things that happen. So when these things happen, how are we going to deal with that? That is the thing. So we need our parents to be on board. We need the principals, teachers, we need the society to be on board, the community to be on board. And of course, the Ministry of Education will play its part to make sure that we have the synergies needed to have the kind of molded child, the kind of Barbadian citizen of which we can be proud.
Do you think it's a case where the cell phone policy may have to be relooked at?
Well,
You can't necessarily stop them from doing it, but the fact that they were using the phone in school and highlighting the wrong things that they were doing.
well, a review of the cell phone policy is on the cards. It is something that we will look at to, of course, see the pros and the cons of having cell phones in school and how best, if we have them in schools, how best we can manage the use of these phones. But cell phones are not supposed to be in schools right now, and these children are using the cell phones to do things. So we have to look at it. We will do so, but in the meantime, the children have to follow the rules. And if they don't follow the rules, there will be consequences for not following the rules. Yes?
What are the broad consequences that can arise out of something like this? And in addition to consequences, avenues for students to, receive a level of counseling, rehabilitation, especially if this is something that they have been doing habitually.
Well, of course, if it is a situation like the one now with the students vaping and so on, we will have to get counseling for those children. There are certain levels for dealing with disciplinary problems, level 1, level 2 infractions. You can have suspension occurring. You can call in the National Council of Substance Abuse and have them talk with the children. You can have various counseling interventions, and you can give them community service within the schools. So there are a number of things that can happen to help these children get back on the right track. And I think inherently the children are good children. It is just sometimes they try to push the boundaries to see how far they can go. But as long as we say, well, look, these are the rules, these are the standards, these are the consequences of not following the standards, they understand that and they will operate to suit. But we will continue to enforce the necessary.